Hey guys, today I want to talk about why we should never make conclusions while we are in an emotional state. While we're, let's say, sad, crying, very frustrated, very stressed, it is important to not make conclusions and believe these thoughts that are coming at you a million miles an hour. I know when we're emotional, at least from my experience, a lot of thoughts are racing, right? A lot of thoughts that maybe I've suppressed in the past. Maybe a lot of thoughts that are just coming at me in the heat of the moment. Just because in that moment I'm mad, I'm angry, I'm frustrated, whatever, right? And it's very easy when we're in an emotional state, we're very vulnerable. And it's very easy for us to cling on to these thoughts, which is very dangerous because most of the time these are negative thoughts. And when we cling on to them, they become our identity. That's kind of how, like, the building blocks to our identity, to our subconscious mind, the way we are, who we are, is because in our lifetime, the subconscious mind is wired through heavy emotions combined with thoughts or things that you think about yourself. That's what wires our subconscious mind, right? So let's say like you're bawling your eyes out, right? And let's just say, for instance, you're thinking that you can never be loved, right? And you're crying and your body's experiencing these heavy emotions, and you keep telling yourself you can't feel loved, and you're believing in it. Right there, you were like rewiring your brain in that moment. So from there on out, you will start to believe, and your reality will kind of shape around you that you cannot be loved. You'll start attracting people who cannot love you. You'll be kind of attracted to traits that are the opposite of love because your subconscious brain is being rewired. Obviously, there's a lot more factors to it, but in this video, we're talking about why you shouldn't make conclusions while you're in this emotional state, right? And even then, let's say some of the thoughts you thought about in the past, maybe you've suppressed, and they come back to you in this emotional state of mind. Most of the time, they are blown way out of proportion. Most of these thoughts become they just kind of, you know what I'm saying, they get bigger and bigger, and they are very daunting in that moment of vulnerability. So we often naturally attach them because in that moment they seem so unavoidable and so overwhelming that we kind of just submit to them and accept them and take them on as who we are, because we're not thinking right, In that moment, we are not thinking right, we're not thinking straight. So that is why it is very important that we cannot attach them. You need to understand, in this emotional state, while your thoughts may seem true and 100% real and you're this terrible person, your brain in this moment is kind of playing tricks on you. I think in this moment it's important to obviously feel the emotions, yell if you have to, cry if you have to. Don't suppress the emotions. Feel the emotions and take on the thoughts as well, because you won't go zen mode, while you're emotional, while you're crying. These thoughts are going to be racing. So listen to them, right? But don't attach to them. That's the dangerous part. Don't attach to these emotions. Honestly, the past couple of videos I've made are talking about not getting attached to your emotions, or to not make conclusions while you're emotional, right? So it's very key to keep this in mind. It's like a storm, right? You gotta be that tree that won't get knocked over, that's grounded, right? Because the tree is still feeling the rain and the heavy wind and the terrible weather, which in this case is your thoughts, right? Your emotions. But it still stays planted, and that's why you also need to create a kind of like a foundation for yourself, kind of an emotional, like, safe house almost, where no matter what happens, you want to be this person, right? And you need to kind of, I'm missing the word here, but you need to always stay grounded in that safe house, you know. There has to be a part of you that's remembering who you want to be, and a part of you that knows that these thoughts that you're receiving in this emotional state are not 100% true. You need to take them with a grain of salt. We can't be associating with these things, you know, because at the end of the day, they're just going to hurt you. They're just going to make your life worse. They're just going to make you more sad, more frustrated, more angry. So even the logical thing, you know, because I feel like most of the time people don't think they can become healed because logically their past life has shown them that logically what they've experienced they cannot be healed. But it's kind of funny to kind of heal ourselves and to think of the person we want to become. We kind of do have to be illogical, you know, but that's a separate video. But anyways, you just need to stay grounded, you know. When you're emotional, feel the emotions, listen to the thoughts, but don't attach to the thoughts, you know. In my past video, I talked about not getting too high or too low, and I said you got to ride the wave, you know. In this crazy ocean, you got to be that boat, and it's a perfect time to be that boat in the ocean when you're emotional, right? You can't control the waves, but you can control the boat. You can ride the waves. You need to ride the waves, because these emotions you're feeling aren't going to last forever. It's just a wave. It's going to come and is going to go, and then it's going to come again eventually later down the line, and then it's going to go, and then it's going to come, and then it's going to go, and that's normal. You just need to ride the wave and stop taking this emotional vulnerability and these thoughts that come with it to heart. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, that's really all I gotta say today. You know, kind of a short video, but I feel like I had to tell you guys this because this is kind of something that I'm not saying I'm the originator, but this is something that I kind of taught myself, you know, and I haven't seen many people talk about this. So I just want to tell you guys, never make conclusions while you're emotional. So if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do all that. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you guys next time.